until that first night. I went to bed early, exhausted after a long week. One moment, I was asleep. The next, I was awake. Something had broken the stillness. A sound, a feeling. My eyes just snapped open in the dark. At first, everything seemed normal. The bedroom was still. The only sound was the low hum of the refrigerator in the kitchen. Then a faint creak, slow, heavy, and deliberate, like someone was walking. Logic scrambled through my mind. Old building, pipes, but this wasn't a groan or a whistle. It came from somewhere in the bedroom, somewhere it shouldn't have been. And then I saw him. At the foot of my bed, a shadow. Vague at first, then forming. Impossibly tall, broad shoulders, a suit and a hat pulled low, hiding his face. I wanted to scream. I wanted to run, but I couldn't. My body didn't belong to me anymore. Only my eyes moved, fixed on that figure. He stood there for what felt like an eternity, silent, still. My heart pounded and my ears rang. Then, deliberately, he moved. Around the side of the bed, each footstep made a faint, impossible creak. My stomach twisted as he drew closer, and then he sat, on the edge of the mattress. Bed dipped slightly under his weight. I fought with everything I had to move, to cry out, but nothing would come. Finally, I broke through. I inhaled sharply and screamed. When my eyes opened again, he was gone. The room was empty. Weeks later, after a night out with friends, I came home. The apartment was quiet. I fixed myself a frozen dinner. The hum of the refrigerator, the faint buzzing of the fluorescent light, the smell of microwaved food, it all felt normal. Then, a movement in the hallway. My stomach twisted. I squinted, trying to focus, but before I could make sense of it, the microwave dinged, startling me. I grabbed a fork, a bottled water, and my dinner and sat down at the table. From there, I could see into the living room. I turned the TV on, flipping through a few channels, trying to shake the crawling sense of dread in my chest. Then a movement began. I turned my head. He was standing in the hallway. I couldn't see his face, but I knew he was watching. My stomach knotted, my hands trembled, and then, just as suddenly, he faded, leaving only a shadow stretching across the floor. After that night, it didn't matter where I slept. Bedroom, living room, couch, it didn't matter. Every night he appeared, always watching, always silent. My sister came to visit one day. All day I had been cheerful, talking, laughing, planning dinner. But as we drove back to my apartment and the sky darkened, my mood shifted. Tension coiled in my stomach, my voice grew quieter, my movements slower. I didn't know how to explain it. Once inside, I told her what had been happening. She listened, skeptical, saying it was probably just nightmares or sleep paralysis. I insisted it wasn't. Still, she said, she'd stay the night anyway. Sister slumber party, she said. It'll be fun. We ate dinner, watched a movie, then pulled out the sleeper sofa and went to bed. At some point, I woke. My sister was breathing heavily. I nudged her, thinking she was having a nightmare, but she didn't respond. I turned over. Her eyes were wide open, completely still. I followed her gaze, and there he was, at the foot of the sofa bed, staring down at both of us. Broad shoulders, suit, hat pulled low, silent, watching. After that night, my sister never visited again, and for almost a year I saw him nearly every night. Living room, couch, bedroom, it didn't matter. He was always there, in the corner of my vision, in the shadowed doorway, watching. I saved every penny I could, keeping my eyes open, never letting myself relax. And finally the day came when I had enough to move. I left that apartment behind, and after that, I never saw him again. I'm grateful for that.